Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. You guys know I just got back from vacation, and one of the ways I pick where I'm going to go vacationing is there a flea market there or not? So just a few things I picked up at the flea market. Guy had new stuff, and I thought these were really interesting. He calls them an LED nightlight, but you can see, I mean, it's pretty bright, and it looks just like a regular, light switch. These were $5 each, and he had a couple that needed batteries, so and he gave them $2.50 for those. So that was one thing. From the same person, I picked up these gloves. They were 2 for $5. What they are is rubber on one side and regular cloth on the other. This set here was $2. And then these were not from the Charlestown flea market. These were from someplace else. But beads, I think these 5 cost, I think they were $5. My wife kind of picked them up, and they're still in with my junk. This was not from the Charlestown flea market also, but you guys know that the Hoard has a Hoard Christmas tree, right there. The tractor's on it. And now the Hoard has a Christmas tree and train set, right? So you take him and you, and he goes round and round. This will also be good just in case my kids get on the stick and get me some grandchildren. It was in this little Tykes box. You see little Tykes upside down there. So anyway, the train set was $1, right? Who could pass that up for $1? And back to the Charlestown flea market. There was a guy there who was a lobster fisherman who he was retiring. He's about my age. So I got this toolbox, and you could see he was asking about $3 for it. It's a Husky. Seems to work pretty well, right? It's got a little rust here and there, but it seems to work just fine. And he also sold me 3 hanks of rope. The rope was about $4 each. These are about 50 foot long, and there's another hank of rope that's about 30 foot that's holding the Odyssey to the trailer off on the side of the house. Yeah, that's all I got off the trailer so far was that guy. So that was his deal. So anyway, I got the rope from him. So 3 hanks of rope, the toolbox, and the saw. And I think he charged me $15. So that was 5 and 9 is 14, and 3, 14, 17. So he knocked a couple of bucks off. Here's the saw. Skill Saw Legend, made in the USA. Right, I like some stuff made in the USA. So, seems to be a nice shape. So I picked that up from him. And then let's get to the $1 tools. This is a battery-powered rotisserie motor. And you guys saw I was using the rotisserie to turn the gas tanks around. So there's the spare motor. I paid $1 for that. The file, the round file with the handle was $1. The Husky slide locks were $1. Right, springy Craftsman needle nose pliers were $1. All of these were $1. I'm always losing these. Then we go up to the more expensive stuff. This is a Mac wrench. It's long. It's 7/16 and 1/2 inch. That was $2. These were $2, and it's got a sheetrock knife type blade on it, folding. Then it's got this thing, and it looks like people were using it to spackle, but I'm not quite sure why you would need this so sharp here and here to spackle. It's also got that on it. I have no clue what that has to do with spackling. They all lock, right? And you can close them. This also has a can opener, bottle opener, I guess is the proper word. So, yeah, if somebody could tell me what this thing does and why they sharpen the heck out of these. Probably be good for skinning or something, I don't know. So anyway, they were $2 each. That was $2. Then I got these. These were made by Klein Tools. And if anybody's familiar with Klein stuff, they actually make nice stuff. So this, and this were $5. This one is not complete, but this one is. And it came with some spare DeWalt bits, and you got the little thing that comes out for DeWalt there. So that was $5. I think all of the $1 tools, including that, and I think that was another deal. I think I put together a nice big pile, and she gave me a deal. We happened to be in a bookstore, the wife and I, in Niantic, Connecticut, and she really likes it. It's one of those independent bookstores that, you know, sells used books. So I picked up this disaster preparedness handbook, which is actually kind of handy. It kind of gets you thinking a little bit about what you can do to be a little bit prepared for should something ugly come by. And I also picked this up there. I think they were like $3 each, so one can't go wrong for that kind of money for a couple of books. I think this was $2. We got it at another bookstore. My wife was driving me crazy, and I happened to notice. I said, "Yeah, could you buy this book for me?" And I handed it to her. I think it was more to let her know that she was being a bit of a annoyance at the moment than to actually buy it. But some of the, you know, some of the stories of the women killers out there. I don't mean the ones we're all married to that kill us a little bit at a time. I mean the ones that, I'm joking here. I mean the ones that are more notorious. But you know, so some of them are. Some of the reading is kind of interesting from that point of view. Good bathroom reading, you know, when you're sitting on the throne. Some good reading, you know, you can read it quickly. Having a little trouble with mice. You can see there was a mouse that kind of had a little bit of a bad day there. So I've whacked 3 of them so far, and I'm hoping to get a few more tonight. Given the size of them, I'm sure they were all pretty good sized mice. I'm sure there's a bunch of little ones somewhere. So I've taken some of them out. Around me on Craigslist, they do advertise feral cats. I guess people trap them and spade them and get them all inoculated and then give them away to people with barns, horse farms, you know, whatever, that they need a cat for mouse control. I was thinking of contacting the guy and finding out if I could get a couple of those from him. I'm not near a road, and the road that I am near is not exceptionally busy. So I'm thinking that if I could get a couple of those cats and make them a nice warm shelter for the winter. I can't have them inside. I have allergies and so forth. But if I can keep them nice and warm and happy and all that, it beats living on the city street somewhere, right? And fighting fighting with other cats for a living. They'd only be the two of them living here, so they'd have a decent life. I'd like to get a pair, that way they could keep each other company. And I'd actually like them to be friendly enough to be able to pet and all that. Basically, what I'm after is finding a couple of cats that people some cats don't like being inside, and every chance they get, they escape, and then they're hard to get back in and so forth. And some folks kind of give up on them and turn them in as you know, being semi-feral. So anyway, that's the kind of cat I'd actually like to get a couple of those for outside. And I would like a pair. I've seen cats hunt in pairs, and they do a good job. So it's either mouse traps or a pair of feral cats to help me with these things. Anyway, folks, I want you to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and I want you to get out there and enjoy all your days. Remember to have fun. Take care now, folks. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.